Hello? Can you hear me, guys? Can you hear me now? Is it better? Are you guys able to hear me? Can you hear me? Hello? Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Hmm. Yay! Yes, I'm so happy. Happy to hear that. Farhana, can you confirm that you can hear me? So in the room, I have 2 registered attendees, and they are Farhana and PR. And I believe both of you can hear me. I have received a confirmation from the rest of the gang, which I keep forgetting the names, PR. And I'm waiting for confirmation from Farhana. Farhana, can you please tell me if you can hear me or not? Farhana, can you hear me? Where is Farhana? I'm good. I'm good, all of you people, but I'm missing Farhana. Why is she not responding? Why is Farhana not responding? Where is she? Where is Farhana gone? Why is Farhana not responding to me? I believe you can hear me. So tell me. Send me a Y in your message box. Start. If you guys are cool with starting now, just send me a Y in your message box. Are you there? Get some kind of feedback via your messages. webcam. Okay, and I'm going to share. Okay, great. And can you also all hear me? Great. Sorry. Okay, so folks, today I want to talk to you about social media marketing as weekly training, and today I'm going to be focusing on some strategies and tactics for social media marketing on Facebook. And I'm sharing with you my presentation, which is the course that I had done myself a year ago. So I could not prepare a separate, presentation for you today. So I'm using that. Okay. So now can you see, all of you can see this presentation? All of you can see this presentation. I'm assuming that you guys can, right? Give me a yes or a no if you cannot see this. So as an introduction, why care about social media? Okay. Because it accounts for a major portion of the time that people are spending online. This is a data from last year, but I'm sure this has changed. And 28% of all media time is spent on social media. All right. So that is why it is important for us to be doing social media marketing. Now, projected social media ad spend for 2015 was $24 billion. 16% of all digital ad spends were directed to social media. Now, this means that media industry is going through a big change. The previous media budget were used to be allocated to print media like your newspapers and TV ads and all of that money is now being diverted towards digital and social media. So Facebook is making a lot of money, right? So this is the 2005, 15 state of social media marketing. This is based on Salesforce. Salesforce is a company which is a big leader in customer response and customer relationship management. Okay, so a lot of money was spent in these areas, which is social media advertising, social media marketing, social media engagement, Location based mobile marketing. Does anybody know what is location based mobile tracking and mobile applications? Any idea? Any of you has what is mobile tracking and social media marketing via mobile? Tell me what is, just type in your message saying what is mobile targeting. Any example anybody's aware of? I'm waiting for your response in the message column. So what is mobile targeting? I'm waiting for your response. Guys, I'm waiting for a response so that I can move to the next slide. What, in your opinion, is mobile application and location based mobile targeting? Okay, so you don't have an idea, which is a fair answer. So basically, it means, for example, you are, you carry your mobile wherever you go, and you are passing a retail shop uh, which is selling shoes, and they happen to use the devices called beacons, which can track down your location, because this is called geo fencing. In the technical term to use is geo fencing. What that means is, by the location of your mobile phone, the company can track your location, and as you are passing by the retail shop, they will send you a message specific to your mobile, telling them, okay, come into the shop right away, there's a 40% off on the shoe of your size. Right? So how is that? Imagine you're walking past the shop and you get a message alert in your notification suddenly flashing on your phone and telling you there's a 40% off on the shoe size that you wear in the shop which you're standing in front of. There is a high likelihood that you will enter the shop and say, okay, I don't mind checking it out. Right? So this is called mobile based targeting, right? A lot of and this is enabled by what is called the Internet of Things, or RFID, or beacon technology. Right? They send signals to the phones, and this is how. So there is a lot of technology advancement, and digital media and Facebook and all these companies are working very hard to integrate all of these technologies into their social media. Okay, so now I'm moving on to the next, slide, which says the number of registered users. Clearly, as you can see, Facebook is the leader, and I think, if I'm not wrong, it is almost a billion plus people who are on Facebook today, right? So Facebook is number one, followed by, I think, Twitter, and the red one is, I think, Google. Yeah, Google, and then is LinkedIn. Yeah. So Facebook marketing, these are the estimated active number of users in social media. And so it's clearly Facebook. So if you have to ever make a strategy, you will think, let's better get our act right for Facebook first, right? And then you have Google, LinkedIn, Twitter. So these are the clear leaders. Tumblr and all, not many people really, but and even Snapchat caught up in between, but then it's lost the market to Facebook, because what Snapchat used to offer is instant stories. That means you can upload something and it stays on the internet for a day and then it disappears, it vanishes. So now Facebook's Instagram has given you the same kind of a feature via the latest offering of theirs called Instagram Stories. Right? So in Instagram Stories, again, you can upload your content. It stays there for 24 hours, and then it vanishes from the universe. So a lot of people prefer that because they don't want their, how their photo or whatever to be captured forever in the digital universe. They would rather have it deleted after a certain point of time. So it appeals to a lot of people, and so Instagram is also capitalizing on that feature now, right? This is the figures for India. I think the numbers have changed because this is old data. And so clearly, Facebook is the leader, followed by Twitter and then the LinkedIn, right? So these are some of the terms that you need to understand when it comes to Facebook: profile, page, group, reach, engagement, impressions, clicks, like, comment, share, organic, paid, conversion, promoted content, ads. Now, from all of these, tell me how familiar is each of these terms to you, and if there's any term which is not clear to you or which you do not understand very clearly, raise a question right now. I will pause on this slide for a minute, and I want you to respond to me in the message by telling me if there is any of these which is not clear to you or which you do not already know about. Okay, so I'm switching my screen now to the message box because I want to see your responses. All right, so Farhana, how it helps BDE, is that question directed on the previous discussion that I was having on mobile marketing, or is it targeted at the latest slide of mine, which is this one? I'm assuming that you wanted to know that how mobile marketing, okay, reach, engagement, organic, paid. So you do not understand these terms, right? So reach, I will explain one by one. Reach applies to the term where every unique person, every unique identity that gets to see whatever it is that you post on the Facebook in their news feed. So every unique view of your content on social media by every unique person. So if you are the same person who sees that particular content again and again, then it will not count as a unique reach, right? But every new person that sees that content is counted as in the reach count, right? So that means that many unique people you have reached. Now engagement is related to what people do with your content, right? Do they like it? What do they do when they see your content? So how long do they stay with your content? As in, the amount of time they spend on the content. Are they spending like how many seconds? 0 second, 2 second, 10 second, 15 second, 48 second. So that one thing about engagement is how much time they are spending on your content. Second thing about engagement is what are they doing with your content? Are they clicking on it? Are they sharing it? Are they commenting on it? What are they doing? Right? So sorry, I cannot take this call. So I'll just mute my phone. And so then you asked me the next question is organic versus paid. Okay, this is a interesting concept here. There is some of your content which you post and which people like so much that it reaches out to a large audience automatically because the content is good, people find it interesting and useful. And so automatically, because people are engaging with your content, the Facebook algorithm works for you and it starts pushing out that content to more and more people, because that is how the Facebook algorithm is designed, right? They want to push out the relevant content which makes sense for each user. So they want to show you the content that you want to see. How do they come to know? Depending on the popularity of the content. So you must have heard a lot of, there's another terminology which is used, which is called viral, right? That it became viral. Some particular video somebody posted and it goes viral. So virality means that people are engaging with it and more people are looking at your content, right? Now, if this happens on its own automatically without you having to pay Facebook anything, then that is called organic reach, right? That you were able to use your own content and reach out to the people for free. You did not have to pay anything. Now, paid reach is when you do targeted, marketing via the Facebook's ad manager uh, tool, wherein you target, okay, I want to reach so many people in such location and these are the kind of people I want to reach out to, and you pay to Facebook in their ad manager, and different kind of campaigns use. You could be doing a campaign which is aimed at in reaching out to the maximum number of people. Then there could be a campaign targeted at engaging, as in, suppose you've created a link and you want people to click on that link, so then you will go for clicks, the number of clicks, right? You will target the number of clicks, but all of this is paid. So that's the difference between paid and organic. Conversion conversion means, are you clear about conversion, guys? Is everybody clear about what does conversion mean, and is it clear now what is paid versus organic? Promoted content and ads and conversion. Okay, so promoted content is, if you have seen Facebook news feed, there are, sometimes there is content which has a very faint gray, letters written, faint gray color, which says suggested content, right? Or suggested post. So whenever you see suggested post written, it means that content is being shown to you because that person has paid Facebook to show you that content in the news feed, right? So that is promoted content, and it is mandatory for Facebook to tell the world that which of the content is free, which is being shown in the news feed based on the algorithm, and which of the content is actually promoted content. So they are supposed to show that by, so they print it in fine gray color which says suggested or promoted post. Let me show you an example of this. I think my Facebook page is open somewhere in one of the tabs, which is somewhere here. Okay, now if I look at my news feed, okay, you will see on my news feed that some of the content will be, see who is on top in my news feed? MD sir, Denim Times. Farhana, did you post this or just now? Right? Okay, here. Do you see this suggested post written here? Suggested post. Can you see it on my screen? All of you guys, confirm to me that you see this suggested post written on my. Can you see suggested post on the Facebook newsfeed that I just showed you? All of you guys, can you confirm to me? Okay, I'm going to show my Facebook newsfeed to you once again. Here it is. Do you see this where my mouse is hovering right now, my cursor? It says suggested post. Do you see this? Followed by a learn more button, right? So this is a promoted content. This means that this company called Drip from Lead Pages has paid Facebook to show this content in the news feed, right? Now, news feed is not controlled by us. It's very, 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 very tightly controlled by Facebook. On what will show in whose news feed is controlled by Facebook. What happens is that Facebook does give you the freedom to sort of decide what you want to see in your newsfeed based on the preferences that you define for yourself, right? And there is a possibility where you can even hide posts. Like, for example, you can go here and you say hide ad, or you can ask them, why am I seeing this ad? Right? So there are several options to turn off, or you can say turn off notifications for this post, or you can give feedback. So in case you like to see more of that kind of content, you can say this ad is useful. So all of this information or feedback that you give to Facebook will go into the Facebook algorithm, and then they will show you the content accordingly, right? But this clearly is a promoted content. Okay, is this clear to all of you? What is the difference between promoted content? Okay, so my message is delivering slowly. But guys, can you hear me still? Are you able to hear me? Little bit confused. Yes, ma'am. MD sir posted. Yeah, promoted content tab. Conversion. Yes, okay. So promoted content is that kind of content. Okay, conversion. I'm moving on to conversion. I believe you are clear about promoted content. Okay. See, you see, it says sponsored and it says suggested post. So wherever you see suggested post and sponsored, that is Facebook's way of they are bound by rules to tell you that this is a ad. Basically, this is nothing but an advertisement. It's a Facebook ad which somebody has created. Okay, in this case, it has been created by Drip from Lead Pages, right? Then you see the next post, Bangladesh Denim Expo. Okay, let me go and like it. This is also. Okay, so let me check your responses in the message box, folks, to see where you are right now. Wait, I'm going to go to that tab. So, okay, so everybody says yes, yes, yes. Okay, great. Good. So I'm going to move forward now. Conversion means, okay, let me go back to that Facebook page and show you what conversion means. Okay. Now let's look at this ad, for example, right? This is a learn more button here. Content, right? And was fascinated with what lead pages have to say. And they clicked here, learn more, on this learn more button. Then that is kind of a conversion. Or if you see this ad which is appearing in my screen on the right side, see? So if I click here, okay, about Facebook ads. Okay, so no, this is not the page which I wanted to go to. Okay. Or here, this is another ad. You see, suggested post. Spark trends. Meet Singapore's richest and most generous man who made from zero to hero. Today his generosity goes big. So whatever. So if I click on this page and this ad is actually targeting likes. They just want people to like their Facebook page, or they want to just click on this content. So every time, whatever action is it that you intended the person to take upon viewing of your ad, and they end up taking that action, then it is called a conversion. So defining of conversion depends on you. You could define a conversion saying that I want to call only when somebody purchases something from my website as a conversion. Okay, so that is one definition of conversion. They have to have deposited the money on my website, given me their credit card information, all done. When the transaction is over, that is when I call it a conversion. Okay, the other kind of conversion is when you are just targeting to reach as many number of people as possible. You are not really aiming that okay, people should actually buy from me, or whatever it is I am offering, that they should buy into that. No, right now my aim is to just spread my message as far and as wide as possible, because nobody even knows me in the first place. So what do? I want to just be seen and heard by as many number of people as possible. So in that case, I just want people to click on my link. I don't want them to buy anything from me as yet, right? So then that is called a conversion. So conversion really is a dynamic term depending on what is your end objective. If your end objective is to increase the reach, then you just say the number of impressions, right? If your end reach is that you want people, more people to like your page, and so then they become your fans, and so your content shows in their newsfeed, then it is a different kind of a conversion. So conversion has many, many connotations, right? Is that understood? Is everybody clear on what is conversion? Okay, I'm going to just check in the message box to ask if everybody is clear on conversion. Can you please give me a fresh round of whys to tell me that everybody is clear on conversion? I'm waiting for your response, people. Okay? Message PR says why, Farhana says why. But I don't know if that is a why to my new question or the old question. So I'm going to repeat myself. Is this point about what conversion means clear to all of you guys? Whoever it is at the other end listening to me, can you please confirm to me that you're clear on what is conversion? And I'm going to type this question in the message box as well. Okay, I'm typing it here. Is concept of conversion clear to you? This is my message to you. Okay, and I want an answer to this. Or should I create a poll? I can even create a poll, but let me just try and wait for your yes. So PR says yes, and I'm waiting for Farhana to answer. Since we have only two people in the room, I would rather make sure that everybody's clear. I think Farhana is busy talking with the MD sir, or the many phone calls that she keeps receiving. Yes, wonderful, Farhana. Love you for this. All right. Okay, so let me go back to my presentation here. Okay. So Facebook content marketing, content algorithm. The Facebook content algorithm is what decides what content will show in the Facebook news feed. And this content algorithm used to be called, wait, I'll tell you this, edge rank algorithm. Okay. And this is the formula for that. If anybody has done logs, then you will know in mathematics how algorithms are written. Okay, so basically there are three things which determine what content. Actually, it's not just three things. These are the primary drivers, but there are tens and thousands of factors, thousands and thousands and thousands of factors which go into this equation. It is a fairly complex algorithmic equation which Facebook has designed, and they keep improving it as they have more and more data about the various people that are on the platform, and so they keep improving uh, the entire experience for the user based on that, right? So affinity score between the viewing user and the edge creator, weight for this type, that is create, connect, like, tag, etc., and time decay factor based on how long ago the edge was created. Okay, so basically three factors. Affinity score. Now affinity score means that whether there is a whether there is some kind of connection between the content and the content viewer. So for example, if Farhana is seeing her news feed and Farhana sees some news information about Syrian army. Okay, Farhana has no interest. She has nothing to do with Syria. She has no interest about Syrian army. So what is she likely to feel at this point of time? That why is Facebook talking to me about Syria? I'm not interested about Syrian politics or Syrian army. So this will create a dissonance or a bad experience for Farhana with Facebook, right? Because the affinity between the content that was shown to Farhana and what is Farhana's interest was not there. Okay, there was no connection between the content and Farhana, right? So that is a bad job done by Facebook. But if Facebook is showing you if Farhana, let's say, is interested in fashion, she's very interested in fashion. Farhana stands for fashion. F for fashion, F for Farhana. And now in Farhana's newsfeed, there is an ad on 5 ways to do up your hair. What is Farhana likely to do when she sees this kind of a content? She is likely to click on this content. So this is called affinity, right? That there is some kind of connection between the content that is shown and the viewer, right? So Facebook gives a lot of weightage to this, right? Because they want to enhance the experience of the people on the Facebook platform. So if your content is relevant to the person who is viewing the content, Facebook will take a note of it and say, they will know, this person is interested in this content, so let me show more and more of this type of content in this person's news feed, right? Now wait for this type of stuff that you do. So you can like it, or you tag people, or what kind of action you take on it. So all of that also goes as an information to this algorithm, which tells Facebook what to show in the news feed of various people worldwide. Time decay factor. Now this means that sometimes you tend to stare at a particular post for longer, and then there is certain posts which you don't spend any time on at all. You just simply move away because it's not of so interest for you, so you did not spend so much time on it, right? But there is some content which, suppose there is some video which somebody posted about Bangladesh Denim Expo, and you spend good 40 seconds viewing the entire video from beginning to end. Facebook takes a note of that time, and so it realizes, okay, this person is really, really interested in this topic to have spent this kind of time on one post. So again, these are the kind of factors primarily which decide what will show in which person's post, in which person's Facebook news feed. But these are just the main things. It actually takes into account more than 100,000 parameters, and it keeps increasing every day. It's that refined. So they have this kind of information about the 1 billion people on their platform, right? That when do you wake up? When is the first, what's the time when you first look at Facebook? Do you start seeing your Facebook news feed at 4 in the morning, or do you start seeing at 6 in the morning? What are your habits? When do you view Facebook maximum? All of that data about each individual person is available with Facebook, right? And all of this they are able to manage based on their algorithmic automation platform. right? It is not being handled by one person. It is all data, right, which is doing the job automatically. All right. Now I'm moving on to newsfeed algorithm is shown to people on their newsfeed as part of their Facebook algorithm. It used to be called EdgeRank, right? Facebook regularly tweaks the algorithm, thus making it more challenging for brands to reach out to its users. It's like a black box which only Facebook has access to. And rest of the people like us, you and me, we are kept wondering, okay, what can I do that my content will how can I make sure how do I make sure that my content shows in the Facebook newsfeed, right, and not anybody else's? So this is something most of us are playing a guessing game on, but basically by adopting the best practices we can, even though we don't have control over the Facebook newsfeed, we can still manage to reach out to the most number of people possible. Okay, so what are some of those best practices is what I'm going to be talking about in my next set of slides. All right. Is everybody clear on that? Let me take a yes or a no vote from all of you if you're clear on what I'm talking about. Can you give me a fresh no message not delivering timely? Farhana, what can I do to help? Which message are you not clear about? Can I move on to the next portion? Is everybody clear about the algorithm and the Facebook algorithm and how it works? Okay, I'm going to type this question and I want the answer on this. Is everyone clear about how Facebook's algorithm works? Can you give me an answer on this? Very good. Farhana, thank you for responding. Pierre, thank you for responding. Okay, great. So I'm going to move next on to my next slide, which is here. Okay. So engagement, now Facebook gives more importance to engagement rather than reach, right? So what is more important is not the number of people who are reaching, but what people are doing with your content, right? So engagement trumps reach. Facebook ranks people interacting with your content higher than reach. They give more importance. More marks are given to your content if people are clicking on it, liking it, commenting on it, sharing it, right? Just for reach, if 10,000 people saw that content, then it will be given a lesser importance in Facebook's algorithm. That will be given lesser marks. But if people have clicked on your content, if people have liked your content, if people have reacted or emojis or shared it or commented on, that gives more importance. That is given more importance. Okay. So moving on next. Okay, story bumping. Okay, do you know the concept of story bumping? Okay, so story bumping means that you can show the same content. It's not necessary that you post the new content every time, right? So if your content was good and it created some amount of engagement, right? It is possible for you to show that content again at a different time slot. Okay, for the people who missed it previously, right? So because not everybody is on Facebook all the time, right? So in that case, if the post is doing really well, there is a chance for your content to be shown in Facebook's news feed again in the same day, at a different point in time during the same day. So this is called story bumping. That means your content, the same content will appear in the news feed again, depending on how much engagement your post created. Right? But if nobody said anything, nobody liked it, then Facebook will push it down and it will not appear in the news feed. Is that understood? Is everybody clear on this concept? Okay, now I'm moving on to the next. What is more important? It is not the quantity which is important, but the quality. Okay, so these are the kind of questions that you need to ask when you post your content. Okay, there is nothing to be gained by simply making one post after post after post every day. Okay, that really does not fetch you much benefit. Okay, I'm increasing the size of it. What is really important is quality over quantity, right? So when you're posting high quality content that has been optimized for engagement, these are the kind of questions, right? Would people share this with friends, right? And this is the kind of question you need to ask before posting anything on Facebook, on social media. That if I posted this, are people likely to share this content? And you should also ask, is it likely to irritate them? Am I like irritating people? They will not like this content. Does it build credibility with the audience? Now, how do we build credibility? Are we posting something useful, something important, something which we think our audience will benefit from, right? Would they want it in their news feed? Do people want to hear about this or not, right? Is it timely and relevant, right? Now, all of suppose in India there was GST being rolled out, right? And if your post was about goods and services tax, and people want to know about what this new beast called GST is all about, and how is it going to affect my life. Now that is a topical, relevant concern which is universal in India at this point of time. Now if my post content is related to that topic, then it is timely. But GST, or can you give me an example of a not so timely post? I want one example coming from you guys of a post which is not timely. Okay, I'm waiting for your response now. I want some kind of engagement from you guys. Tell me an example of a post which is not timely, which has been posted without any regard of it being appropriate for the time or right for the right time. Any example? PR and Farhana? I'm waiting for your response. That's why I've removed my slide. And I'm looking at my message pane. Okay, I'll type my question again in the message pane so that you are clear on what I'm asking. Give me one example of a post which is not timely or topical. Give me one example. Yeah, I'm waiting for response. You can type in your answer in the Facebook message in the chat box, and I'm waiting for your response before I move forward. I need an answer, guys. I need an answer from all of you on this. An example of a post which is not timely or topical. I need an example. I need an answer. Why nobody is responding? Are you not able to hear me? Is there a problem? Guys, can you hear me? Are you there? Or have I lost you all? Okay, so my question is I said that your top post has to be the topic of your post or the content that you post on Facebook should be topical and timely. And I gave you an example of GST, which has been, or let's talk about monetization, demonetization, which Narendra Modi rolled out in India. All of you must have heard about it, right? And if your post was about, if your post was about demonetization and how it can impact your life or somebody's life, and if your post content was related to that, then that is called a topical, timely post, right? Now, let me give you an sorry, Farhana, you got disconnected. I hope you can hear me again. Can you hear me now? No, I still am not getting any response from Farhana. And so, what I mean by a not so timely post, let's say Christmas is on 25th December, right? And you make a post about Christmas sometime in March. Is that timely or is that topical? No, right? So that is why I keep telling Farhana also that you have to link your content to the current affairs, what's being talked about, what is trending, what are people talking about, what are the important events related to that. If your content is moving around that, then it is topical and timely. Okay, I hope that is understood, and I move forward with my presentation to the next page here. Okay. So publish at key audience times. This data all of you get in your Facebook page information. Anybody who is a page manager will have this information. Okay, this kind of charts, right? Which tells you that what is the maximum volume of traffic happening at which time. What are the times when people tend to see your content most? Is it between 8 p.m. like here in this case at 8 p.m. maximum amount of content was being seen, and at around 1 a.m. in the morning the whole thing dipped, and clearly it dipped because people were sleeping. Nobody has time to watch your Facebook newsfeed when they're sleeping, right? So clearly this is a dip point. So Facebook considers the highest peak times when people are visiting and checking out their posts to publish the content accordingly, right? So you have to keep looking at your insights regularly, almost every day, to check out what is the best time to post for you. Now at this point of time I'm going Farhan Bangladesh denim expose and show or today what is the best time to post. Now, I want you to give me that answer, and I'm going to allow you to share the screen now. Okay. So I go here and I make Farhana the presenter. I'm going to make Farhana the presenter. Okay. Farhana, see email. Invite as speaker. Okay. Now, Farhana, I've invited you as speaker, and I want you to share your screen with all of us. And I want Farhana to show us what is the best time to post, according to her, for Bangladesh Denim Expo, based on the insights that she can see in her Facebook page. So over to you, Farhana, now. Okay. And I will stop. Enter the room as a presenter, and I want you to share your screen with us. My microphone is on, so you should be able to hear me still, but I have turned off my screen sharing with you because I want to allow Farhana to share her screen with us, with me, and I want her to tell me what is the best time to post on Facebook for her based on her insights page. So, Farhana, this is over to you now. You are the presenter at this moment. If there is a problem connecting, then you let me know. You let me know via a message, Farhana, okay? Farhana, do you need the link? I can send you the link again. No, I cannot hear you. I cannot even see your screen. No. No, Farhana, cannot hear or see your screen. Farhana, I've given you a link in the window. Try to click that link and enter the room as a presenter. Can you? Yes. Now Farhana has entered and I want Farhana to now share her screen. I think there is a time lag, so if we wait, it'll work. I cannot hear. I saying something. Something is happening. Let's wait for it to take shape because right now on my screen I can see Farhana's name appearing, but I don't see her screen as yet. And I don't hear her at all. Yes, I can see a buffering happening. Let's hope. Farhana, do you have a good connection at home or wherever it is that you are? A high speed connection, a good connection? Because a lot of this depends on the bandwidth. Okay, if this is not working, should I switch back to my own screen? What do you guys say? What do you guys say to that? Should I switch back to my own screen and I can give you an insight, an example of what I mean? I wanted Farhana to do it because. Okay, fine. So then I will switch back to my own screen and I uh, share my screen with you guys. And I say share. So I go to my page. This is my personal professional page or whatever. I go to in, okay. So even though I've not been doing much, my graphs are looking good. Not so bad at all. Okay. Okay, now where do I see? Are you able to see all of this, guys? Wait, where does this graph come? Hold on, let me just check. I seem to have forgotten where you could see this. Uh, Days and time. Where does this graph show? Why is it not showing right now? Wait, it's been a long time since I used all this, so please forgive me if I am not being able to clearly show you here. See this, I'm trying to find where I can see the time, okay, time of the day. So I was trying to locate that data. It is here somewhere. Maybe by section, by agent entered by device, top sources, page views, by time of the day. Where is the time of the day? That's what I'm looking at. Yes, Farana? Hello? 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 You cannot see my screen? Hello? Hold on 1 second. Oh, okay, wait. But, share. Are you able to see the screen now, Farhana? Oh, then what? Let's see what I can do. Hmm. Hmm. I'm trying to sort this. Give me a second. I don't know why this is happening. I have no idea why you cannot see my screen because so far you were able to. So I have no clue why. Hello? Hello, can you? Hello guys, can you hear me now? Can you see me, hear me? Can you give me some kind of indication what's happening? Hello? Can you see my screen? Can you hear me? I'm still here in this room. Okay, yes, now okay. Alright, Farhana. Okay, great. Okay, great. Ah, thank God for that. Oh, okay. So I need help from you people on how to find the time. What time of the day is my post being viewed at maximum? Okay. So total page viewers of today. I don't have much data on my page because uh, I have not done much work related to my page. Okay. Uh, so I was trying to find out the time of the day. Okay. Where your page follows. The number of your pages were followed broken down by where it happened. Okay, it happened on your page or uncategorized desktop. Then page views by total views by section. Then I have by section, by age and gender, by country, by device. This I'm not interested in right now. I want to find out the time of the day. So wait, let me just type quickly search. Facebook Insights time of the day for posts. Where has it gone? Understand your FB page data. Get actionable FB insight. Mm, by day of the week. Where do you go is what I'm trying to check out. Here, you see? Insights. When your fans are online, post types. Where is this information in my page is what I'm trying to see. Actions. People. Your fans, your followers, people reached. Oh, yeah. It's in posts, okay? Okay. Thank God I found this. So this is where you can see what is the best time to post for me. This is where you find this information, okay? So when are fans online? Okay. So when are my fans online? The best optimum time for me to post is here. Wow, middle of the night. Can you see this? Midnight, 1 p.m. or noon or 11. You see this? 1 p.m., 4 p.m. it dips. Again at 6 p.m. it goes up. Okay. Then it dips around this p.m. and it really peaks at around 10 p.m. Okay. So this means that I should be posting my content either at this point, which is your 1 p.m., 3 p.m. zone, or around 10 p.m. This is the kind of input you get for best time to post. Okay. So this is the information I want all of you guys to find out about your respective pages. Okay. Then on Facebook, what is also available is negative insight. Okay, that who are the people who do not like. So you can check who hid you or who reported you as spam, or how many post hides or post dislikes you have got. Right. So that tells you that how people are engaging with your content or your page, Facebook page, in a negative way. Okay, so for example, if I look at my Facebook page to find out, how people are engaging with my content, I come here, actions on page. Okay, so if there are any negative likes or dislikes, or let's see, page views, any negative comments, likes. Yeah. So here, so unlike, you see this red button, it also gives you information about the unlikes. So looks like nobody has unliked me so far, so I am safe, right? But there may be a chance where people will unlike your content, right? So those are the people whom you need to really take care of also. Okay, so all of this information you have to be looking at your page every day to make some kind of informed decision, all right, about what to do. Okay, here, shares, comments, answers, claims, other, reaction, comments, like, love, wow, haha, sad, angry, all kinds of data. It's so beautiful, right? So have I got any hide? No, nobody has hidden my post so far. Has anybody reported me as spam? Yes. No. Okay, one person has hidden my post here. You can actually find out no posts were active during this period. Total reach. Organic. Organic means for free. Paid is zero. In my case, there is zero paid reach because I have not placed any ads with Facebook for some time now. All right. Okay. So this is the kind of information. Page demo is what they are talking about. Let's look at that. Insights. Okay, so this is the kind of insights you get from your Facebook pages. Who are the people, who are number of people liking your page? What is your total reach? What is your engagement? Okay, engagement means how many people liked, clicked, commented, shared, or disliked. Okay, and this is the breakup of your engagement. Okay, this many likes, this many comments, this many shares, and this many clicks, right? Then new page likes. Okay, these are the last week or this week. What are the new people who have liked your page? All of this information gives you very valuable, and then you can get to see this information by each post, right? For each post, what is the kind of engagement and reach you are getting. Okay, so there are two colored bars that you will see on your Facebook page insights here, the blue one and the red one. So blue is for your post clicks and the red one is for your likes, comments, and shares. Okay, so like I said, like, comment, and share has more value in Facebook's algorithmic eyes than just clicks. So if somebody has liked your content or engaged with it, then that is very good indication for us that our content will be shown in Facebook newsfeed, right? Then you can get comments or you can get insights about organic versus paid. For example, in this chart, the light yellow is organic and paid. From my experience, what I have seen is that little bit of paid, when I push out my content on my Facebook page using a little bit of paid ads, then it also helps to increase my organic reach automatically. So you will notice this kind of trend on your Facebook page if for Farhana, for example, manages it, that if you look at your charts, the moment if you correlate it back, and you will see that whenever you have placed an ad at that time, your organic reach also spiked along with your paid reach. So the two work in tandem together. So that, and Facebook deliberately wants it to be that way because they want to encourage you to spend your money on their platform. So they give out the maximum optimization to you, maximum possible optimization to you when you are paying money to them. So paid, and in addition they also want to push out the organic content at that time. So that you realize that it makes sense to put your money in Facebook, right? So it's a sort of an encouragement mechanism, right? So then what else? There's lots of inputs that you can see here, the kind of content, by gender, by date. So you can really get into a lot of detail with the insights page. So who are the people? Are they more men, women? What is their age group? What devices are they coming from? Which countries are they coming from? All of this information is available with you. All right. So based on this kind of data, you will take some very informed decisions. So, for example, you say, oh, we have enough reach in Bangladesh, but we have nobody clicking in at our content from Sri Lanka. And we know that a lot of apparel, related garment makers are sitting in Sri Lanka, and you want to reach out in Sri Lanka. So you will have to then do your targeting accordingly. You will have to push out your content at that country, that location. So in Facebook, it allows you to do that kind of targeting to even the gully, that I want my content to reach people at so and so road. So if you want all the people of Gulshan area, suppose you are hosting an event in Gulshan, Dhaka or Banani Dhaka, and you want to make sure that people living in that region must see your content, all you need to do is target and pay Facebook the money, and they will show your content to all the people in Banani or Dhaka. So it is possible to target to that extent with this mechanism. It is that powerful. Okay, I'm going to move on to the next section, which is the content best practices. Okay, what are some of the golden rules to follow when it comes to the best practices related to content? What kind of content we should share, and what are the rules to follow? Basically, the few golden rules. Okay, okay, so they are giving, for example, here they have given examples of what kind of content created maximum buzz on the internet. There are some case studies which are being shared here. Now, Zomato is a food rating website, and it tells you about which are the restaurants where you can eat and rates the food. So they created this post which created so much of buzz. A lot of people like this. You can see this figure here. It had 34,838 shares. Okay, things vegetarians are tired of hearing, and it resonated so well with the people. So these are the kind of inputs that they're sharing, that what kind of content you should share, what people like to hear, and what kind of content is likely to become viral. Okay, it's just a good example that they have shared, right? So these are some of the hashtags which have been branded by the companies, which are owned. Now these hashtags are owned by these companies, right? Or for example, this campaign from Nokia resulted in, you can see this, wow, look at this, how many likes, comments and shares. But this is one of the capture that they're showing here, but the real data is here. Okay, promotional campaigns of Nokia, 31 million people reached, 18,442 devices sold. Okay, 54 times return on ad spend, right? If you spent $1, you got 54 times return on your $1. Okay, 15% lift in Nokia Lumia adoption by people exposed to Facebook ads. So this is the power of using Facebook as your social media platform for pushing out your product or content. Okay, topical content. Festival, for example, if you are talking about Onam or Eid or whatever, then you have to push content related to that topic. So that's another important thing to remember. This is a very good example, which is by Amul, okay, of topical content. So I think there was steep hike in petrol prices, so they made this post saying "Gaadi rula rahi hai," right? Because the petrol prices had gone up, and they connected. This girl is that Amul butter girl, which the whole of India identifies with it now today, right? So this post created a lot of buzz because they connected a, a pain which the people were experiencing in India at that point of time, and they created an ad campaign connected with that, right? So you have to look out for such opportunities. So if in Bangladesh there is something which is happening at that point of time in your country, and if you're able to connect your content with that pain that people are experiencing at that moment, or that topic that everybody is talking about at that point of time, then it is likely to get higher engagement. So you have to keep on a lookout for such opportunities and not miss out a chance. So it's a very, very dynamic and on the go kind of a medium, right? You have to keep your eyes and ears open, and you never know when the opportunity will come for you to utilize it, right? So you have to be on a lookout forever. So it's not like in the traditional media, you could plan beforehand. Your media planning was done like almost for an entire year in advance. Now that is not possible to do in a social media kind of thing, because you don't know what topic will suddenly crop up and catch the fancy of the public. So you need to capitalize on that immediately there and then. You cannot plan for everything beforehand, right? So that is something different about social media, okay? Or for example, Mars, right? So or Pluto. So they came up with, I think this happened uh, when we sent our mission to the space. So I think Cornetto then came up with this kind of a ad campaign connecting it to Pluto, Mars, and all that. So this created a buzz. Or you connect your content with festival or brand connect. Like this is an example of 15th August. So how did the brand connect their content with the 15th August theme, which is the Indian Independence Day theme? Right? So at the midnight hour, all hands point in one direction. So this is a good example of connecting your product, your idea with the relevant topic for the day, right? Then theme based content. So if you are a food related company, then you will come up with something related to your theme, food. Or here is an example of brand reputation manager. This is something I really want to talk about with you guys, that how you can use social media as a platform to handle negative publicity and actually turn it around to your advantage. Okay, so in this case, what had happened is that somebody on social media had posted bad quality, about bad experience about the quality of the milk on Amul's page. Okay, and how did Amul handle that? They got a lot of negative press for that, and they sorted it out. Amul, paid heed to that social media post, and they sorted it out in person and also brought out all the facts on social media, and they allowed the whole world to decide. So now what follows in the next one or two slides is how they handled it. Okay, so this is the kind of post that was made, and you see the kind of negative comments that people wrote about. It seems like rubber. Complaints are done. So, and you see this, then somebody is writing, Amul has what? Complaints are done, Bhabhi, Amul has contacted me. Or yeah, give milk, concerned as to what to give them and what do they have to say. They have not said anything as of now, but I will follow up on this. Now, what do you see happening here is that social media has become a way for people to reach out to you directly. directly. That is such a powerful thing, right? And it is happening in public arena, so it makes you look bad to the rest of the world if you do not respond to this kind of an outcry. A friend of mine was traveling on an airline and she had a bad experience. So when she landed at her destination, she made a post on social media about her bad experience about that airline. And sure enough, the airline contacted her in person, sorted out their problem because they cannot afford to have negative publicity. Now here, so they got a lot of bad, media, and how they turned it around. You see this? Loyalty is intact, and Amul earns respect back again. How? Right? Because they sorted out the problems. They let the people do the talking, and they actually went about giving all the facts that their milk is actually of good quality. And this was a case where that woman who had posted had actually used an expired carton, right? The carton which had passed the expiry date, which they highlighted, and they made a big news about that. And now you see how the whole thing has been turned around to Amul's advantage, and Amul ended up making more followers and getting more respect for its brand. You can see the quality of content. Amul stands for quality always, right? So this is a great example. Now, this example is that for example, Farhana is managing Bangladesh Denim Expo post. So if somebody, any post which elicits some kind of response from your people, and you respond to that, you immediately pay heed to it, you attend to it, you take care of it. It creates good publicity about you. Okay, is that understood? Is everybody clear about what I mean here? I'm going to take a vote here. Once again, I just want to check whether you are with me or not, because I've been talking for a long time now. So, webinar jam. Okay, so guys, I'm taking a vote from you now. Just want to know how have you assimilated or understood the last few, pages, or last few, things that I talked about. Is everybody good? Is everybody clear on how you can turn around bad publicity to your advantage? That's my question. So suppose you get bad PR, how do you turn it to your advantage? Are you clear from that Amul example? Very good. Very good. Happy to hear that. Okay. You know why I need to do this voting in between? Because otherwise I feel as if I'm talking to a screen and a wall, and there are no people. Yeah. Farhana, where are you? Okay. So these are the best practices for content marketing. Make people want to engage. How? You ask simple questions. Okay, you share stuff they would want to share. Keep the people on focus over promotion. Don't just keep talking about you yourself. Your focus should be the person for whom the content is being created. Okay, you have to time it right to get the maximum response at the best rate. Use images with less than 20% rule. Okay, so this is a 80-20 rule. So when you create any kind of content, don't write too much. I wish I could show you an example right now. um, of a bad content. I want to see if I can find an example of a bad content for you. Wait, give me a second. I should have been prepared with this, but since I don't have, I'm going to find an example of a bad content. Okay, I don't have an example here to say, but basically what I'm trying to say here is that you have to have more visual and less content. Okay, so there is a grid actually in when you do the Facebook post creation, they give you a 9 by 9 grid, and the rule is that when you write something on that post, suppose you put a picture of a coffee cup or something, or if you are a coffee company, and then you write, oh, best coffee in the world available at our website, or whatever it is, and you write too much story in that visual, then Facebook actually will not approve your Facebook post or the post that you're creating. Especially if you're placing an ad, it will disapprove. So there are certain norms and guidelines that it has to be 80% visual and only 20% text. Okay, so that is the 80-20 rule which Facebook has, and it actually makes more sense because we are human beings are more inclined to get information in a visual. It's easy to uh, see rather than to read a lot of text. It's a simple rule. Upload videos. Now this is something which me and Farhana have been noticing also on our Facebook page for digital, for this Bangladesh Denim Expo, that videos get maximum attention. So we have been trying to work hard on creating more and more video content. So that is some of the strategy. And okay, now the other point to talk about when talking of best practices is that you don't have to create content, original content all the time. It is not possible for you to be the original content creator, right? So what you can do is you can share great content, somebody else's content, as long as you know that content will be useful for your audience, and it is targeted at your audience, and they will benefit from it. Then by all means share other people's content as well, right? So in fact, the next session that I want to do with you guys, I want to do it on Pinterest. And in Pinterest they say the rule is 80% other people's content is which should be the shared content, and 20% is your own content, and that's when you get the maximum advantage of that platform, right? So something like that applies to Facebook also. I wouldn't call it a 80-20 rule for Facebook, because you do need to create some content of your own, quite a bit of content on your own, but we are saying you don't have to all the time, right? So be topical. Don't now. Another thing is that just because you have created this fancy calendar for yourself and you have to stick to date and time to post, and you keep posting crappy content which is not high quality content, then it will actually reduce the popularity of your page. People will start seeing it as spamming and low quality, right? So if you don't have good content or good quality or high quality content, but it is there on your date to post something today, please resist the urge. Okay, it is okay to go without. If you don't have anything, fine, go without the content, right, on a particular day or date that you put in your calendar. But please share only when you have really something very good to share, right? Great content is only what you need to share. Use trending topics, right? So talk about the topics which are trending. Like, I remember I shared with Farhana a post on hijab. So American Eagle Outfitters came up with hijab for Muslim women worldwide, right? So they launched the denim hijabs for women. Now that post was being talked about by everybody. And if you remember in my last class, we in last session I talked about how to find trending content, right? So from there you take a cue that majority of the people are talking about this new thing that has been launched. Or another example I think I can give you is of that transparent denim, plastic denim, which Mustafiz shared on his page some time ago, right? You remember that? Now that is an example of a topical content. Okay, so it's a trending topic. Suddenly, Topshop came up with this plastic see-through transparent denim, right? So you could create a content around that, right? Is transparency, are we taking it to that level? Right. Okay, so tag other pages. So this is also important. If you think that the other pages will benefit, then you can tag other people in your post. Okay, so tagging is easy. You just have to @rate and mention them, or there is a way to tag your other pages. But basically, I would say tagging is not such a great practice because people don't like it that you piggy bank on their what do you call social media feed. So you can only tag content if you are really confident that they will not mind, and that they are thick with you, they're friends with you, and they're really, you have a good relationship with them. For example, if Bangladesh Denim Expo wants to tag Bangladesh Denim Times, then that is a good practice. Okay, but if you tag somebody whom you don't even know, then it may annoy them. So you have to be careful when you are tagging other pages or other people, in fact. Okay, so guys, I think I will stop at it today. This much for today is enough. And next session, what do you think I should cover? Is there anything that you want me to talk about in my next session? I want to take a vote now, so that I want to make it more relevant for you. I felt as if I did a lot of talking today. What do you want me to talk about next week? I'm taking a vote. Give me 3 suggestions. My suggestion is, okay, I'm going to throw my suggestion to you now. I'm tired of talking so much now. Wait, I'm going to type more. I will. Okay, Farhana. So then I will prepare something on LinkedIn for our next session. Okay, so instead on and Pinterest we'll do next to next week. Okay, so I'm going to call it a day now because honestly speaking, I was not feeling too well today. In fact, I was requesting Farhana to call it off today, but I then went ahead with it. And thank you guys for listening in to me, and I hope this session was useful to you. And you've learned a few things about the strategies that you need to use about the Facebook, content, what to share, what not to share, how you can convert a negative publicity into a positive one for yourself. How does the Facebook Edge rank work? How does it show your content in the news feed? What kind of content, how do you control what will be visible in the news feed? All of this, I hope it made sense to you. And until next time, then see you next week, all of you. Bye bye. Any questions? Do you want me to stay here for some more time to address any questions if you have? Any suggestions? Farhana, PR, the rest of the gang. Any suggestion? Can I do something better? Make it better? You see, I'm learning. This is not something I've done in the past. So I'm also learning. So please give me feedback, honest feedback, genuine feedback, so that I can improve myself. All right. Okay. Bye.